We were fortunate indeed that this system had already proved its efficiency at the time of the entry of America into the war. As a result, the United States of America produced a similar organization closely linked to that existing in this country, known as the Combined Chiefs of Staff, through which our inter-allied grand strategy was directed through the rest of the war. I should at this stage, today, this great city, the heart of our empire, has seen fit to accord a signal of tribute to us, who for these eventful years were the chiefs of the staff. We take this tribute as a sign that the citizens of London recognize and approve the part played by our organization, and this cannot fail to be an inspiration to those who come after us. For my own part, I take it to be an honor conferred by this battle-scarred city on the British Army, unshakable in defeat and unsurpassable in victory.
My Lord Mayor, City Chamberlain, Your Grace, my lords, ladies and gentlemen. It is with a very full heart that I take my turn to address this distinguished company on an occasion that must be for any member of His Majesty's forces perhaps the greatest of his whole life. To share this occasion with my two friends and former colleagues multiplies many times over the happiness that it gives me, not just because they are here with me, but because our being invited together seems to me to recognize as a fact the thing for which above all else we strove, the welding of the services of the Crown with all their diversity of function and of tradition into one great fighting instrument. I'm also happy to put on record, speaking now as the member with the longest service as a Chief of Staff and with the full agreement of the others, our feelings of gratitude, admiration, and affection, if I may use that word, towards those of His Majesty's ministers, and particularly to one of them, whom we had the duty and the privilege to serve. Never, I am sure, in the history of British war, have the professional heads of the services enjoyed a higher and more fruitful inspiration, a stauncher and more loyal support, and never have they suffered fewer unprofitable distractions from the statesmen to whom they were responsible. If, in conclusion, I may turn for a few moments from the past to the future, I would leave with you three broad ideas on defense, which for all their obviousness, I think we might do well to keep always in our minds. The first, of course, is that however hard we may work for peace, and however earnestly we may hope for the best, yet we should never allow ourselves to be found again so ill-prepared for the worst as we were in 1914 and 1939. Next, I would urge that we should follow unswervingly in peacetime the chief military lesson of two wars and strive to link the services ever more closely together without in the process destroying their individuality or weakening or submerging their own individual tradition. And finally, may I suggest that we should seek to identify by every means in our power the life of the fighting services with the life of the nation as a whole. The services must draw in ever-increasing measure upon the talent of the nation in every field, and in return they may perhaps contribute something to the wider appreciation in the nation as a whole of the priceless value of those qualities of discipline, self-sacrifice, and enthusiasm for service which did so much to bring us victory, and on which our right to a place of influence and responsibility in the future world so greatly depends.